Hello guys, so in politics world, my friends, that's what we are in and we can't avoid it. So what about this marriage arrangement between Raila and Uhuru? Not Uhuru, actually Ruto. I'm going back to Uhuru. Why? That was just what happened before. Na tukaambiwa na Kasongo, this is not a handshake government. Tumeshagawana viti na vimeisha. So guys, have you seen this video trending as people are really creating more of a song on this? I really laughed my lungs out when I saw that video on TikTok, and it's just interesting. It means sometimes in life there is nothing you can swear against unless otherwise. So I was just listening at the comments the president made, and then I was in some Luo vehicle, and the comments I heard, it's like Kenyans forget so fast, and it's like our politics are based on one person or two. No wonder we will keep revolving around the problems that we have. So let's just quickly watch this video, and after that we can go.
Wamekuja wakazungusha huu wako mpaka waenda na handshake program yetu ikapotea, PPI ikaendelea, tukazama, tukaingia kwa madeni. Sasa mimi nimewaambia hii serikali ni ya mahasla. Hakuna nusu mkate, hakuna handshake, hakuna hiyo porojo. Hawa wananchi walimaliza kazi ya viongozi tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8, wakagawa viti yote.
Yeah, so guys, you got it right. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. How do you feel about this? When you watch this video, of course, you'll just laugh about and say how innovative Kenyans are. I think this Gen Zs or whoever is actually working on AI is a great man. AI is one tool that is keeping us busy and making us do what we could not do on our own. And there are so many tools under AI, and I think this is great. Now, the media does not forget. That is one thing I know. Whatever you say, it will remind you. And sometimes it becomes a mockery, kind of ironical. Yeah, so when I was looking at this video, then I just imagined about what then? And many Kenyans, as I listened, there are those who are saying there'll now be peace, and I was wondering which kind of peace. Because I think to a normal Kenyan, what we want is to have health insurance catered for. If we are really giving our money, especially civil servants, they are deducting from our money. And even there are those people out there, I know borders and some other low cadre people who really consider health, and they had paid their money to NHIF. Now they are at crossroads because this money was not automatically transferred to SHA, and I don't know even if you are registering SHA, is it going to be moved to that? Now our parents are at a stake because we are not sure that their health is assured. We are not sure that the money we paid, maybe even 20,000 previously, will be catering for their health currently if they are sick. So our question is, after this marriage, is there going to be a clear solution for us in SHA? Because up to now, and the recent report that we got from about SHA is a disheartening one. And of course, you remember me doing a video on how discontent the Kenyans will be. Now we have these deductions like the levies, the housing levy, and we have had controversial information about those houses and what will happen. It's like we are building for people we are not sure of, and people are disgruntled that the houses will reach the rich, of course, and they are the ones who will own and then lease at a lower fee. So our questions are on that. So I think many Kenyans we are considering such matters. Your salary reducing every month instead of going up is one concern that no worker can settle down. So that reunion does not matter to some people unless it is directly going to be on matters that attack or affect us. Now, when Raila just lost this seat at the UN, of course, one thing that rang in my mind was he's coming back and will get into government. And some people are like, oh, haiwezekani, huyo mzee ataenda tu Bondo. And I was like, these people forget so fast. Since when did these people actually retire and go home? Because Uhuru retired, and some of us say he went home, but sometimes you see him actively talking in government. The TikTok comes along and brings him up and all that. Now, in the morning, I realized that some people are like, hey, Sasa Wakikuyu wametupwa and they are indoor for meetings. Tuambia kama huo ni ukweli, because now I'm trying to see what this guy mwenye alikuwa in Mungeke somewhere, and he's very vocal these days. I was just wondering, what is your prediction on what is going to happen? There is a time you said that Ruto will not be on office and he's still in. So our question now is, what is going to happen? Because now, let me just put a short clip of that reunion and what Raila said. And the media was actually very active in recording what.
Wewe kama kitu kimoja, ile mkataba tumeweka sahihi hapa leo, sio kwa manufaa ya mtu binafsi, sio kwa manufaa ya Raila Odinga ama William Ruto, ni kwa sababu ya manufaa na interest ya vijana wa Kenya.
Kukutana kwao saying malewano, and that it's not a selfish, of course Ruto also saying it's not a selfish interest they are doing for Kenyans. Then now we had some Sifuna there. You know, one thing is that sometimes you just wonder whether this is about a party thing, it's about individual, it's about Raila. Because up to now I've not understood why people so appraise Raila when in reality he has never got that leadership. So all of us in fact raise a lot of questions, but when it comes to some decisions he makes, then you see a whole community appraising him. Now like that vehicle, I told you I was in a vehicle and somebody was like, baba vile ameingia huko sasa amesaidia Ruto, serikali itasimama. And I was like, okay, so does it mean that even him, he cannot be the leader, but he can be by the leader for leadership to run? Or is it that Kenyans, we believe so much that he should be there? Because I thought the role of the opposition is to oversee the government, and it shouldn't oversee from inside, like creating a prime minister position by force. When in past, Ruto had actually been so clear that what has ruined Kenya, what has ruined Kenya is as a result of the marriage. And let's just remind ourselves with this video, was it in January 1st of 2020? Before the elections, 2022. And then there was another on 5th of March, somewhere there, 2022. And after they won election, of course, they went along with Gachagua speaking about the same. So let's see this.
Because of the handshake nonsense. My good brother, Bwana Smart. We got here because you get the opposition, which is supposed to hold the government to account, into some illegal, cohabitation, whatever it was called, in the name of unity. What unity? Who says by having an opposition?
So you saw that, okay? So if I can tell you this is mediocrity, I don't know whether you can agree with me. Because of course I know you have your own thoughts or ideas to think about, but in my view, what these people are not sorting is the problems on the ground. If you look at why Gen Z arose and why people are complaining, is not as a result of the Raila not being in government. And of course nobody was demanding that he be in government. Maybe his community, I don't know, or the opposition. But when you look at the country at large, people are starving, some of them because the economics are so poor. And when you are doing business, like people don't have money to buy whatever you need. Taxes also look to be high. Why? When I look at the fact that sometimes you go, like when you look at like fuel, it has affected transportation. You go sell some things, the tax is high. You own using the internet, there is taxation and all that. It has affected the profit that people make. You look at the, let's say, education sector, and when you check the universities that are closing down, there is even a threat at Nairobi University. We don't know how soon it will be falling. We look at University of the University of Moi. Of course, it happened. Things happened that it even closed down. So people are not so happy with the financing of education. We have things to do with the health. Then agriculture has turned into a challenge. When it comes to planting, you find that sometimes manure, the seeds, and plowing itself is very expensive. Then maintaining that the crops and even using some insecticides and pesticides and what have you, then it comes finally to the harvest. You realize that when you harvest, then the maize products go down. So it means as a farmer you are not going to gain. So I think even mimi natamani somebody just gives me a secret of how to begin maybe 2 or 3 businesses that actually demand for just my effort and maybe capital, but they run and make me what I should be. But these other politics, I think some of us are quite tired about them, and the more we talk about them, the more we are discontent, or the more disquiet we have. So therefore, I wish that there is a positive change in my personal space. The rest about politicians and what have you, I think it's a monkey business. As it has been said, msitu ni ule ule, msitu ndio unabadilika, but nyani ni wale wale. Guys, thank you for watching this, and of course we'll be getting to more next time.